Hi everyone, welcome back to Kev's Corner. We are starting a brand new series today, and we are going to be reading Reddit stories, and I'll be giving you my opinions on them, and we'll be going through it as we're reading it. And yeah, it's just something for me to give my opinions on, and you guys to join in and see if you agree with my rating. Talking of my rating, we have made it, well, I say we, it's me. I have made it a T rating. So obviously when people gossip about things, you know, it's like people are giving the tea. So I'm giving the videos, not the videos, I'm giving the stories my own Teabag rating. And I think that's a really good idea to keep in line with the whole tea thing. So yeah, I am giving my own Teabag rating, and I'll tell you what they are now. So one Teabag is, it's a bit boring and it's a normal response, and it doesn't really, wasn't really worth our time reading it. Two Teabags was, it's a little bit awkward, but nothing a cup of tea wouldn't fix, so let's go and get the kettle on. 3 Teabags means that there is drama brewing, so we need to get a cuppa to drink while we're listening to the tea. 4 Teabags is someone definitely needs to apologise because they were wrong. And if we don't put the kettle on, then it's gonna go. It's gonna go and hit the fan, you know. 5 Teabags means that we are having a tea party, a cup of tea, biscuits, cake, all the trimmings, because that was some big old tea. It was just absolute chaos, you know. So for the next few videos, I will be looking at my notebook because obviously I've wrote things down, and hopefully I will, not need it like going forward after a few videos, but we'll see. Okay, so the first video I'm using my iPad to read it. I will tell you who posted it, where it was posted, and when it was posted, and hopefully whether it's concluded or not. Hopefully they all are, because if I don't choose concluded ones, what's the point? We're just going to all be left hanging. So anyway, let's get on with the story. If you like the video, please give a big thumbs up and click the subscribe button. And so I'm just watching my cat clean herself. She's just down there. Yeah, give us a big thumbs up, click the subscribe button, and let's get on with our Reddit story. This one is on Best of Redditor Updates. It was originally posted to Relationship Advice. The OP is Hefty Sprinkles 5723, and it was posted in May this year, May 25th. So let's have a look, shall we? I, 32 female, think my husband's 40M mistress is stalking me. Oh dear. I don't know why I stopped. We're currently separated after I found out he's been having an affair with the same person for years. First found out 5 years ago, and we worked things out. He swore he'd ended things with her, and I believed him. We had our last child, 4M, during that period. I don't know if that was a good idea. Since the year started, I've been getting messages on Facebook and Instagram from accounts with no followers telling me my husband was having an affair. If someone does that, believe it. I know. The DMs had details about the trips he'd taken with her, how they go on dates, have a child together, and all his friends, mum and siblings know her. I asked him I asked him often if he was still seeing her, and he denied it. What pushed me over the edge was when I saw earrings and a scrunchie that weren't mine in his car. No, that's not right. That's not right. She saw earrings and a scrunchie in her car after he'd borrowed it. That's awful. I went through his phone and saw that he was still with her. They even had exercise tapes. Let's call them that. Exercise tapes. I don't know how else to say that. And he was constantly telling her how much better the exercise was with her. Sorry, I don't know how else to say it. How he loved her and how he wanted to be with her. It's obvious he's gotten very strong feelings for her. He admitted to everything, including the child they have together. I left the house and went to my mum's to take a break. We've been officially separated for a month. So, yeah, there's no going back from that, unfortunately. If he's admitted to everything and if there's feelings, there's definitely no going back. I mean, you may have a cushy life, but when you start having feelings for somebody else, your marriage is over. Because you're supposed to have feelings for the person you're married to, and if you are spending that time that you're supposed to be spending with your wife with other people, then I don't know. It's a hard one. It's a hard one. But yeah, don't go back with him, please. Just don't. You don't need that. The problem now is that his mistress keeps showing up places I go often. The playground I take the kids to, the bookshop where I buy their school supplies, where I take the girls to get their hair done. We went to get ice cream once and I could have sworn I saw her. I know what she looks like from the pictures and videos they have together. I feel like I'm going crazy. These are all public places, so there's nothing I can do about it. She just sits there and stares at us all. It makes me feel very uneasy. I mean, that's not surprising. Why would she just sit there and stare at you? That's crappy behaviour. It's awful. I'm so sorry for that. What is the best way to address the situation? I can't ask her to be kicked out of a public place. She's always with her daughter anyway, so it never looks weird that a woman and her child are at the same place I go to with my children. I'm not speaking to my husband unless it's about the kids and don't want to ask him yet. So editor's note, the OP updated the next day on the original post. So the update was... Right, okay. So this update was, thank you all for your advice. I confronted my husband about it. He said she's not showing up at places I go to. I'm the one going to places she frequents. Huh? Okay. My husband used to be the one who took the kids out on weekends since he's virtually never at home on the weekdays. I do school pick up and drop off and he does the fun stuff. All the places he used to take the kids to, which I'm doing now since they're with me, were suggested by her. What? That's where she buys her books. The playground is where she used to take her nieces and nephews before their daughter was born. She recommended the salon to him since my daughters and her have the same hair texture. He says she used to go to the salon on Sundays after church, but only recently switched it up to Saturdays when I take the girls. And the ice cream place is apparently her favourite. What? So he had built his life with the children, OP's children, exactly how his mistress, exactly where his mistress went and stuff. There's sometimes men are just silly. I mean, women can be silly too, but so yeah, my douche of a husband, I can't say the word, had been taking our kids to his mistress's favourite spots. My kids already love going to all those places, and finding a salon that caters to our daughter's hair needs close to us will be difficult. He didn't show any remorse telling me about it and reminded me that it's a public space and she hasn't committed any crime. I'm just going to have to find better alternatives. Wow. There's just no words sometimes. I mean, there's no words, honestly. So the relevant comments on that post is, you don't need relationship advice, you need legal advice. Start with the divorce and then discuss the stalking. Have everything written down, time of day, date, where your kids were with you, all of it. And stay off social media. About to go to X salon with the kids or whatever. The attorney can advise you on the possibility of a TRO. Talk to the attorney immediately. OP says, I don't post on social media. My last post was from 2019. Commenter 2, you should make a police report. I can't easily get her a police report since she's not trespassing. They're all public places. Commenter 3, is it possible she planted an AirTag on your car? I doubt it. My phone would have picked up on it. Commenter 4, totally on your side here, but I'm just thinking, if these were her spots and your husband was taking your kids to meet her there, could she be thinking or feeling the same way you are? Like, wow, this lady is obsessed with me. She keeps showing up where I am, because technically your husband piggybacked off her spots and shuffled them onto you without informing you that she would likely be there because of the routine of his. Because it's her routine, not his. Sorry. Words. It could be a little bit of both due to the DMs. But honestly, I'm thinking she's just doing her normal outings and you started showing up. And perhaps now she's more intentionally going just to see if you'll be there. I don't know. This is a crazy situation. I completely agree. Best revenge is happiness. The marriage is over. I'd focus on getting out and your own I'd focus on getting out and your own happiness. Start going to different places and building up different friendships. OP. That might have initially been the case, but now she's intentionally switched up her routine. It's no longer a coincidence. Commenter 5. So if he is telling the truth and not covering for her, that SOB was seeing her in these places too. With your kids, start looking for alternate spots. OP. My kids said he didn't introduce anyone to them. They're the chattiest kids and would have mentioned it. I think she just gave him ideas on where to take them since she used to babysit for her nieces and nephews. OP on getting a lawyer and filing for child support. I'm not in the US, but I'm working on putting together everything for a lawyer. Commenter 6. Move as far away as you can and get sole custody. OP. It's not that simple. The kids need to be close to their schools and sole custody isn't easy to get here. Commenter 7. I wonder what she wants. Why she wants to see you. Aren't you curious too? Why not just ask her? Not in front of the kids though. I mean, that's a good idea to be honest, because if she's just constantly staring, then obviously that's when you need to get involved. You need to talk to somebody. So yeah, commenter A. Oh, hang on. OP, sorry, to that last comment. To what end? My husband broke our marriage. He made a conscious decision to be with her and have a child with her. It wasn't an accident. They actually decided to have a child together and did it. Commenter 8. Turn off location sharing if you weren't using it. Kids' devices too. Check around your car for a GPS monitor. OP. The kids don't have any devices and we never share our location. Turns out she knows where I go with the kids thanks to my husband. OP provided more details since her last conversation with her husband. We haven't spoken since our last conversation where he said she suggested the places I take the kids to, which was why she kept turning up as well. We only communicate about the kids. We only communicate about the kids now. I took my kids to a new salon, which is about an hour away from the previous one. He's going to be the one taking them to the other places on weekends now, so I'm no longer going to worry about meeting her. Update, August 7th, 2026, 2.5 months later. We're getting a divorce. My lawyer assures me that the whole process shouldn't take more than a year. My husband's mistress has apparently been accepted into a graduate program in another country, and my husband has been planning on relocating with her. She'll be leaving before the year ends, and he was planning on closing his business, selling his assets, and leaving with her. He was just going to leave under the guise of a job opportunity, and after enough time had passed for separation, file for a divorce. At least we both get what we wanted this way. Our oldest daughter is very attached to him, and I worry a lot about how she'll take the news. How do I explain to our kids that their dad is leaving the country and will possibly never return? Oh dear, that's a tough one. I mean, those poor kids. I feel so sorry for them. Relevant or top comments. Commenter 1. Normally, I would suggest to protect the kids, not share too much to hurt them. The amount of pain it can cause and confusion and how co-parenting is a need for the children's sake to not poison their feelings towards a side. But he is leaving for his side piece to another country. He planned originally to just go, stay, and then divorce, all while cheating you out of your share of assets and his own kids' comfort. Not to mention, had no plans to be a father to them once he moved. Age-appropriate explanations should be done with answers given in time, as they can process and understand better when they ask questions. His actions originally was going to be bad on them anyway, so no need to protect his feelings or reputation for them, but not to hurt the kids. The 4-year-old should be told Dad wanted to live in another country, so he will not be living with them anymore. If you have a teen, for example, Dad had an affair and wants to move to another country to be with them, so you're divorcing. Their father, as you said, planned to sneak away and do you dirty as a wife, steal everything built together for his own desires, and abandon his own kids in the process. So tell the kids enough, but no details that is not age appropriate. Without any care of how he looks otherwise, anyone who says something to you, make it clear what his plans were by leaving you and abandoning the kids. Then manipulate the situation to steal assets, harming you and the kids. OP. For now, I'm going to tell them we're getting a divorce and their dad is leaving the country. Since we've been living separately for a while now, they already know we're no longer together. I mean, that's good in a way, because then the kids have an answer. They know that the dad's not going to be around and they won't expect him to come knocking on the door anytime soon, you know. So I think I like that one. It's not too bad. Commenter 2. You better have your attorney put some kind of a stop on that business so he can't sell it out and under you if you're entitled to part of it, and if you're married, you should be entitled to a 50-50. You should be entitled. Sorry, something popped up on my phone. I will start again. You better have your attorney put some kind of stop on that business so he can't sell it out and under you if you're entitled to part of it, and if you're married, you should be entitled to a 50-50 or something similar to that. Make sure that your attorney does that, because if he doesn't, he'll turn around and sell it and be gone. OP. It doesn't really work like that from where I'm from. Since I didn't contribute to his business in any way, I'm not entitled to it. I mean, I guess that's fair in a way, but not fair because then OP gets swindled out of money. It's not fair. Commenter 3. The question does not seem to be related to the topic, but with regards to the child, you need to sit with her together and explain that he's going away. He is her father and needs to explain himself to her. It should not just be your job. I agree completely with that one. It should be, if the dad is the one going away, then the dad should be the one explaining things to the children. Obviously, I know how hard that is, and how some dads, I won't say all, but some dads just leave and don't come back. Sometimes that's a good thing. sometimes it's a bad thing. It can hurt the children. It can damage them. And that's not fair. That's really not fair on them. The kids are such an innocent party in relationship breakups. They really are. Sorry. It's a bit close to my heart, this one. Commenter 4. When it comes to children, don't lie. I completely agree. You should tell them in an age-appropriate way what is going on. That it's not their fault, and that it's something that is between the mum and dad. You know, it's between mum and dad. Don't worry about it. We're getting everything sorted, but he's not going to be coming to see you anymore. Which is really sad, you know. It's so sad. It's horrible. Many parents will cover up the fact that a parent cheated or pretend that they just don't love each other anymore. It's even more important now to be the honest parent, though, whom your kids can rely on to tell the truth, because this is a betrayal for them and your family as much as a betrayal for you. Agree completely. You have to have at least one parent that will tell the truth, especially if you have proof and receipts. You know, just no matter what happens, always get proof. It also means that they are fully informed and can decide on the level of their own relationship with the dad going forward. It's unfair on them to have a relationship with him in a way that may not have been chosen, that may not have chosen to if they knew the circumstance. You must tell them in an age-appropriate way, though, and the aim isn't to hurt them, isn't to make them hate their dad, but understanding the issue in a truthful way. So that was the story. It says it's concluded. So time for my tea break and my thoughts on the whole thing. I think that OP should definitely tell the kids that dad is not coming back, because otherwise they might expect it. I know they might forget after a little while, but they might resent OP if they find out that she knew that he weren't coming back and kept saying, oh, you know, well, he wants to come back, but he's missed the plane or something like that, which is even worse. That's an even worse thing to do to children. So I think if she's honest and can keep the kids in a situation that's good for her, I think that's fine. To do with the stalking thing, I think that OP's ex-husband was a bit of a-hole. Because how can you take your children somewhere that your mistress is going to or has recommended, whether it's a good place or not? Were you meeting the mistress with your kids? Or did you talk to the mistress while you were with the kids? The kids were playing in the park and you just so happened to stumble upon the mistress. Do you know what I mean? It's a crap show, really, isn't it? I myself am glad that the mistress and the ex-husband are leaving the country. I think the ex-wife, I think OP and the kids will be so much better off. I am not a man hater. I actually love men. I think men are amazing. But some of them don't know what they've got. So I do believe sometimes that they get what they deserve. So I think leaving the country is the best thing. And OP can be happy and live her life and not be afraid that this woman is going to show up and be there again. So let us rate our story with Teabags. What do you think? Write down in the comments what rating you would give on a Teabag rating. I think, so for me, I don't think it was juicy enough. I love a good juicy story. So I would say, I think this is a 2 teabag rating, because although there is a bit of drama brewing, it's not really up there, you know? So I think it's just enough for a quick cuppa. Just let's just settle it over a cup of tea. It'll all be fine. And I think if they'd done that, maybe they wouldn't be in this situation, and OP wouldn't have had someone stalking her. Well, stalking her. I do think OP should have spoken to the woman no matter what, because obviously they're now connected in some way, because her kids, or her kid, is related, is a half sibling to OP's kids, you know. So yes, our 2 teabag rating is, it's just enough for a quick cuppa. So on that note, I'm going to go and make a quick cuppa, and I will see you all next time for some more tea. Bye guys.